Welcome to episode number 9, I think, of the massing season. It is a special time of year. A special time of year where certain food products come out that they don't serve at any other time of the year. The humble mince pie. These are my crack cocaine. They are my addiction. I do love them very, very much, and I wish they were around all of the time for me to enjoy. However, they only come out at Christmas. So today's first offering is an Aldi mince pie. This is not a sponsored video. If Aldi would like to sponsor me, I'll do anything for you. If you'd like one of those silly videos that I did on Instagram of me mocking a Insta famous influencer, or what's actually better described as spokesmodel, if you'd like me to be that for Aldi, I'll do anything for free mince pies for life. Enough talking. Let's dive into this mince pie and let's give a good rating for it. Now, the king of mince pies, in my opinion, is Marks and Spencer's, the luxury ones, the deep-filled, beautiful pastry ones. And this one's pretty good construction. It's quite nice overall. Let's dive into the taste. There's just like art. There's just like art of eating a mince pie and not getting it everywhere. I mean, these things are the crumbliest, craziest things you'll probably ever come across. It's good. I mean, it's a good mince pie. And we've got a decent amount of filling in here. It's got a good twang or tang or twang to it. I'd say the pastry is good, but a bit soft. I do like it a little bit crunchier. Well, like I said, if you're shopping in Aldi or like Aldi, you will probably enjoy their mince pie range. They also had a mini mince pie range, but I tend to feel that those mini mince pies don't really give me enough. Like, I want more, so I'll end up just eating 3, which is probably more calories than just the one I'd eat from Marks and Spencer's. Today's video, I wanted to cover the best exercises for muscle gaining. And do they actually exist? You'll kind of talk about people who say that, say, squatting is better than leg pressing for building big legs, or that you have to squat to get big legs. And that's just an example of other things. You know, bench press, you have to do bench press to get a big chest. You have to do deadlifts to get a big back. There are some fundamental flaws in that because A, not everyone can squat effectively and safely. Not everyone can bench press shoulder pain free. Not everyone can deadlift effectively or safely. So I want to run through a few different things about how you should potentially consider the selection of exercises within your training program and why they probably might be better choices than, say, other things. And it's more of a checklist than me necessarily pointing at very specifics, because we know that things aren't always black and white. I can't turn around to someone who has a massive squat, a very good looking squat, and say that their big legs aren't because they've squatted a lot. It's probably contributed quite a lot. Equally, Jimmy down the pub who's looking to get bigger legs because, you know, he skips leg day all the time, and his squat looks like he's about to die, it's probably not a good idea to tell him that squatting is the only way his legs are going to get better. So that leads me into the first point. The first point is this effectiveness and safety of a particular exercise. And that's kind of the base foundation of the best muscle building exercises. Can you safely and effectively perform it, and is it pain-free? So that's an important aspect of your muscle building considerations in terms of exercises. Again, reiterating the point, if you can't squat, what's wrong with a hack squat? If you feel deadlifts are hurting your back, then what's wrong with various rowing exercises? Bent over rows, cable rows, one-arm rows, all these kinds of things. Then there's the consideration of preferences versus weaknesses. So I don't particularly like training arms very often, but they are what I would describe as a slight weak point in my physique. So I know that I have to include them if I want them to get bigger. So I don't like it, or training them, because it's a bit boring, but I don't like training them, but I know that it's going to make me feel more comfortable about my arms, feel bigger about my arms, and they're going to grow because I'm training them. It's also good to consider what you're not maybe good at, because that might be contributing to how ineffective some of the lifts might be, or how you might be completing, say, a bench press. So if you're struggling to get the bar off your chest, you might have weak pecs. So it might be worth considering doing more pec training of some kind, including more chest work. And that's going to help contribute towards a bigger bench press. And that's what you want to consider. There's a second option is, what are your preferences? What do you like doing? What do you like going to the gym? Because that's a big part of it, is making sure that you enjoy going to the gym. And then what are your weaknesses? What are the things that you're not very good at, and what could you improve? There's a likelihood that that will help in terms of overall stimulus as well, because it's going to be a unique or newer exercise, but it may also help you add more volume onto the exercises that you do enjoy and you feel very strong at. The best muscle building movements are also going to be the ones that will improve certain aspects of your body that you're trying to improve. So if you do want a big chest, then select the exercises that are available within your gym. So, you know, your bench presses, your dumbbell presses, your press ups, your cable flies, all these kind of variations. All of them are going to contribute to muscle gaining, and they will be specific to you wanting to gain muscle on your chest. So that is then the best muscle building exercise you can select if it's going to help you build your chest. And I think that leads me into the idea, or the final aspect of things, certainly when it comes to your accessory work and your fluff work, to consider that if you can't necessarily feel the muscle group, so some people find it difficult to feel their chest, so they do a bench press. The bench press is going up nicely, it's progressing. However, they can't feel their chest. They don't really feel a pump as much as they probably expect to feel. So then you move on to, away from your performance-based exercise, into your accessory work, so the stuff that's going to add volume. So you maybe want to potentially consider exercises where you actually feel your chest, where you feel the stretch, you feel the pump, you feel the movement. These might then contribute again to overall muscle activation, which then might contribute towards muscle growth. Kind of short and sweet, this vlog, but it's quite an important aspect of muscle building, in that there isn't any one true exercise that will grow your legs. There isn't one true exercise that's going to grow your chest. There is varying different reasons why you might choose certain exercises for certain individuals, because of their overall capabilities, because of potentially what they overall feel, and also what they probably enjoy. So that's kind of simple as that, really. Like I said, a lot of this stuff is not necessarily just black and white. Squats for big legs, bench press for big chest. There's usually a bit more of a gray area around it, and there are a number of different ways you can overall select the type of movements that you want to be doing. So I hope that's been helpful. Episode 9 of the muscle mass building season is done.